father taught you how to hunt, I'm gonna teach you how to fish.
Same thing, isn't it? One you stalk, the other you...
You lure.
I want you to kill Hannibal Lector.
Oh, way too much going on.
You were determined to know the Chesapeake River, Dr. Gideon.
Now you do. I welcome you all again to some more Hannibal shenanigans. I love everything with the trial. Last episode, I love Bedelia like coming up to Will. I think that's her name. Coming up to Will and actually telling Will she believed in him. Her running away before Hannibal could actually get to him. Unless I forget, Hannibal making a freaking scarecrow or whatever out of the judge's body in the court. I mean, if that don't tell them that Will is not what he's been accused of, I don't know what will. Let's continue watching Hannibal as he's confused and pouty, like one of you said in the comments, and yearning for friendship still with Will. Let's get into episode 4 and 5. Thank you all for watching.
I think I want to do chemotherapy.
Well, do I have any say in this?
His wife.
A lot of time to this mural, Will. Could use your help.
Said that person was you.
Perhaps he was half right.
He's always playing them all the time.
6 times.
Oh, Will.
Tuck the end between the lines. Tighten.
Did he go fishing with her actually, or?
I'm gonna teach you how to fish. When you catch a fish once and it gets away, it's a lot harder to catch again.
I just want to say how this scene is so much gentler than when her dad was teaching her to much more gentle. Let's go that way. And less creepy than when her dad was teaching her how to hunt and skin the freaking bear. Deer? God help me with words today. We have 2 hours. So much kinder.
Do I have to catch him?
This is in his mind. It has to be.
The person you name it after cherished you, as the superstition goes. You will catch the fish.
Will Graham.
How did you name it?
Abigail.
Abigail.
To be confident, he's the muralist.
You found as much evidence on him as you did on me.
I'm glad you said it. Hannibal Lector has no reason.
That is exactly right. He has no discernible reason other than his own amusement and curiosity.
Yes.
But I'm not looking for Hannibal.
As long as you're looking.
Shout out to her, man.
You're not looking here.
Shout out to her for taking this on. Because I think we've mentioned in previous episodes, Alana can't do what she's doing because Alana is not in the field like that, you know, or in forensic. Alana is more psychological. So shout out to her. Because without her, Will would just essentially have nothing, you know? Uh-oh. What are we dealing with this week? I'm just bracing myself for the f***ery. Honey? Oh. Is this a nest? What can I even say about that? Am I surprised at this point?
I'm right about Hannibal Lecter. Aren't you curious which one it is?
For real.
Ideally.
Well then, as to your that for my this. Decided I am no longer any of his business.
Good job, Will.
Exclusive care.
And that's what he wants. Will really stepped up this season. Maybe less of him stepping up and more of him knowing the full chessboard. I'll go with that. More of him knowing the full chessboard. Because the way he's starting to manipulate, you would think he learned a thing or two from Hannibal. You know what I'm saying? Because like from the beginning of this season, him trying to like manipulate Hannibal, that he actually needs Hannibal's help. And now him trying to take away the one thing Hannibal always has to help him function and manipulate, which is information. So him telling Mr. Walking Stick, don't tell Hannibal anything about me, and I'm just yours, is limiting that information from Hannibal. So Hannibal don't have any weapon to use that we know of, at least from Will's side. So I like that. And Will is also playing into the doctor's need to tag himself to, you know, a case as grandiose as Will's. So like he's playing both of them, and I love it.
Should have embraced Facebook while I had the chance.
Oh God, her hair.
He's trying to extend your life.
He's trying to extend the quality of life that's not worth the effort.
Jack's effort or yours?
The cancer is an occupying force. I want to surrender.
Damn.
Horror of everything this world has to offer.
A death benefit.
Interesting.
Upon taking his own life, Socrates offered a rooster to the god of healing, Asclepius.
His delivery of everything, it's like this man is full of quotes. I don't know, that just made me think about the whole I revisited recently because I was making YouTube shorts of Hannibal episodes, and it made me revisit the scene of his conversation about Will, about how God felt powerful and the enjoyment of like taking life, and Hannibal's delivery of that line, are we not made in his own image? He felt powerful. I'm like, oof, chills down my spine. So it made me think of that scene, for real, what we just witnessed here with Jack's wife.
The cure.
What a cure. So essentially he's enabling her to go the route, right?
Gentlemen, local police were supposed to exterminate the bees so we could work the crime scene. Apparently someone shut that down. But do bees naturally hive in human carcasses?
I don't think so.
No.
And part of the brain to make room for the hive.
Intentionally.
I was out in the field, otherwise I'd ask him to help me with this. Whoever killed him understood him.
So often you open your mouth and I hear Will Graham's words come out.
So often.
You have to get to the truth beneath the appearances. Only by going deep beneath the skin will you understand the nature of this killer's pathology.
I love that she's suspecting him more than ever. And again, anytime someone gets too close, I mean, I've learned my lesson from Miriam. I've learned my lesson from so many others. His psychologist that freaking ran away. Thank God she did. Anytime someone gets too close, I'm immediately worried for them, especially her. And I love that she's being smart and not giving Hannibal all the information that like Will still suspects him and all that. I'm glad that she's low-key playing it safe, but I'm even worried overall that she told him that like she's been seeing Will, that they have an arrangement. But I guess from what he said, she already knew that he was onto her, so she just admitted it. That's what I'm thinking. But I hate the way it's so I don't know how to explain it. It's so arrogant of Hannibal to like cleverly dance around hinting he's the one, or making puns or jokes around people that he knows or assume are looking at him for the answer or as a culprit. It's so arrogant of him, because I feel like he knows that he cleans up so well that he can just like freaking pose the answer right in front of them, like in a way where like is giving them just a little bit but not enough, if that makes sense. It's so arrogant, dog.
That he is open to the unorthodox when it comes to treating patients?
I wonder how that subject came up. Sharing stories of the unorthodox.
Sign here.
Will Graham. Essentially, that's truth serum. Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. Oh shit, he's remembering?
I want you to draw a clock for me.
Yes, he did. Dog. Give this man a break.
We see a seizure response in a brain afflicted with photosensitive epilepsy.
Or afflicted by something just as damaging.
Mm-hmm. Talk to him, Will.
That would suggest a radically unorthodox form of therapy.
Very radical. Very unorthodox. We're getting somewhere, baby.
All with different neurological mechanisms. Some naturally occurring, others appear to have been induced.
Induced. Amen.
Induced by whom?
You mother.
Did you ever use any kind of light stimulation in your treatment? Leo was overloading his visual cortex, creating seizures, time loss, gaps in his memory.
Hannibal was doing that. It just hit me. It just hit me. Cause I was on it like, what the is he putting in Will? So those times Will black out and pass time. It wasn't just from his issues mentally. It was also induced. He was encouraging it, like Will said earlier. Got you. It took a scene or two for it to click.
You're suggesting it was intentional.
All our conversations about psychic driving, you were so curious and eager to hear what I had to say while saying very little yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Driving Will Graham all along.
Ooh, tell him.
A bold accusation, Frederick.
You are not the only psychiatrist accused of making a patient kill. We have to stick together.
Cedric, be careful. This will take you out.
The young man at the dispensary calls this purple kush.
Ganja.
All his cancer patients love its deep body stone.
Okay, well.
No.
Oh, come on. Give me that thing.
He said, pass that shit.
I'm supporting my wife.
I'm supporting my wife.
It's looking promising as a treatment.
She don't want to treat. How's she gonna tell him this?
I know what to expect from lung cancer. I remember sitting by her bed when she woke up in so much pain that all she could do was scream my name.
Walking along the quays of Italy in the sunshine with a trail of signori behind you, shouting, Bella, Bella, Bella. I'm gonna remember you as beautiful as you are right now.
Comforting words, man. I can't imagine going through that.
52, divorced, bankrupt, reported missing 6 months ago.
And what do we know about his death?
Behind where the eyeballs would usually be, this guy was lobotomized.
Lord have mercy. Who the heck is doing this?
Not well. My arthritis is killing me. I can't take much more of it.
Just live in the present.
Finally.
No.
You feel that?
No.
Oh, you gonna feel one of them.
Feel that?
I can't feel anything.
You won't feel this.
Jesus, dog. Oh. Of course they can feel that, but they just can't move. She was grinning while doing it.
It'll hurt your eyes.
Multiple holes on this guy. Over a dozen, both eye sockets. The lesions have severed most of these things. Welcome to the world of the living dead.
He's basically a zombie.
Hey, look what the cat striked in.
What are you looking at?
A pattern. The bee stings are hiding the needle marks.
Hannibal did tell her to look beyond the surface detail. And she is right now.
Only by going deep beneath the skin will you understand the nature of this killer's pathology.
Mm-hmm. See, he's always giving them the answers low-key. He's so arrogant like that. Girl, your hand is in someone's body.
I don't see anyone.
Oh, he's right there.
There's no one there.
When he was seen, Will Grant. Mm-hmm.
Jacob Hobbs is dead. He's had a mild seizure. That seemed to bother him.
I said it was mild.
It was mild.
This is so good. Will is seeing everything now.
Terrible thing. To have your identity taken from you.
Looking right at Will too. Dog. Will is getting all the answers.
Were the kidneys surgically removed?
Yes.
Dr. Lector was a surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him to consult on James Gray's autopsy.
He's baiting a hook, Beverly.
He does it so well.
The Chesapeake Ripper kept surgical trophies. If Hannibal's the Ripper, what's he doing with his trophies?
Eating them, god damn it. Eating them. Golly. Or does Will not know that yet? Oh, you've been eating the meat too, Will. Because Will did say that, I think in episode 2, about the, I think it's the Chesapeake Ripper. No. About Hobbs. Or was it a copycat? He did say that about Hobbs, because he assumed Hobbs was eating the girls. Like when he returned the liver and brought the girl's body back to the house. He did assume Hobbs was eating them. He finally just put it together that Hannibal is also eating all the trophies. So like that was the missing part. And you've been eating them as well as half of our cast at this point. Ah, that's how they get all the honey out.
Have you tried the honey? Couldn't bring myself to either. It seemed too morbid. I quieted his mind so that he could die in peace.
Wow. She knew the jig was up. So she just folded immediately. Kind of like the dude with the totem poles. Like he was waiting. Gus, can I help you? This man is screaming his lungs out. Kind of like the totem pole guy. Like the moment they came, like he's like, yep, I've been waiting for you guys. I did it. Interesting. She folded immediately. And I love how this links to Hannibal's conversation with Jack's wife about the possibility of like taking her life and embracing it, because essentially that's what Lady did for Homie.
I can't make pain go away, but I can make it so that it doesn't matter.
To numb it.
I protected them.
She feels like she's doing something great. Jack is looking at her like, if you don't get his out of here. Wow, the way the villains of the week always sound so passionate and convincing about their philosophies. Like even with Hobbs, with the mushroom guy, with the angel maker. It's like they always sound so convinced that what they're doing is for some like beautiful ass cause. Jack is looking at her like the craziest person he's ever seen in his life.
Not being able to walk across the floor.
Nothing can be so unnerving for someone.
I brought you something.
A gift.
Oh, could that be?
Paying my debt.
Wow.
Concluant.
For helping me understand that death is not a defeat, but a cure.
So is he gonna do it?
What have you taken, Bella?
My morphine.
Wow.
Every bit of it. I didn't want Jack to find me.
Wow, Bella.
I didn't want him to make that call, be in the room with my body,
Jesus, Bella.
waiting, holding his mind.
God.
You denied him his goodbye.
Yeah.
I did goodbye.
That should have been his choice, though.
I love him very much.
Damn. So she's gonna die here in his office.
Dr. Lector.
God damn it. I hope Jack finds out everything. This man just sits there and just watch. Everything is for his amusement and curiosity. What does he want to do? What are you doing? Is he doing what he did to Will?
No.
Jesus.
Hey, have you seen Jack?
Oh, no, there was some emergency with his wife. Dr. Lecter called from the hospital, asked him to come down.
Is Mrs. Crawford okay?
I don't know, he didn't say.
He's gonna make her suffer, isn't he? Why did he bring her back?
Hi, baby.
Don't misunderstand, I'm glad she's back, but like Hannibal never does any good gesture for the goodness of the world. You know what I'm saying? He never does any good thing for the goodness of the world. So like, that's my question. Not that, why did she not die?
What are you doing here?
I want to apologize. I couldn't honor what you asked of me.
Why did he do it? Oh! She used her whole strength.
Get out.
So what's the f***ing point? He talked her into doing that essentially. Let me not get worked up of this. I mean, someone once told me you get crazy trying to understand crazy. But yeah, like I said earlier, I know he didn't do that from the goodness of his heart. So I'm very curious. Is it just to have a tool to occupy Jack's mind? Is it to get some loyalty with Jack for saving his wife? Is it because it keeps going back to just for his amusement and curiosity and just want to see how the chips fall into place? Yeah, she wind up all the strength in her body to smack the shit out of him. Golly. She's in Hannibal's house? Oh, girl, no. She's gonna get caught. She's gonna get caught, dog. There's no way. I'm glad you got that gun out. Why are you not calling for backup right now? See, that's that right there. Like, why are you not calling for backup in case he gets... Shoot that motherfucker. Shoot him. Man, shoot him. He just pulled a f***ing Clarice on her from Silence of the Lambs, like when she was in the basement with old dude and he cut the power and had on night goggles. She was a great detective though, like investigative, like with the help of Will, obviously. Dog, you guys were not lying about season 2, man. Every episode, bruh, certified banger. Certified banger every episode. I was curious to see how the villain of the week kind of like correspond with our main characters. And even though it's not direct, this episode was beautiful in how the whole idea of like death and like helping someone through death or through pain or coming to terms with it. I like how like it mirrored Jack and his wife, but it's also mirrored the conversation between Hannibal and her as well. She turning that one dude into a zombie, like Will Graham finally getting like some of those memories back, especially about when he had a mild stroke. Beverly, you were the realest one, man. Beverly was the realest one. It's like I knew it was too dangerous, bro. Like Hannibal was probably onto her from the moment he started speaking with she started speaking with Will Graham. And I think this just informs me now that like Hannibal might also like take him off that like Will is playing him, if he didn't know that already. I'm sure that's why Will snapped at Beverly when she said she's been talking to Hannibal. He's like, stay the f away from them. R.I.P. Beverly. R.I.P. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, and this whole my curiosity around like why Hannibal revived Bella, I hope it get answered in the next episode. Holy shit. Holy shit. What an episode. What an episode. I'll see you on episode 5. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in episode 5.
A few moments later.
You have an idea who that might be?
I do.
He consults me with cases if I keep investigating.
Oh, Beverly.
It seems you have an admirer.
You think someone sent me in here because they admire me?
This killer wrote you a poem.
If Hannibal's the Ripper, what's he doing with his trophies?
Stay away.
He's eating them. And this bitch is gonna freaking eat Beverly. Cause why wouldn't he? Freaking sick. Is that Will's lunch as well?
You have to eat something, Jack. Been up all night.
I was actually curious to see, I think it was 2 episodes ago, I was thinking, are we gonna see Hannibal in casual clothing ever? Because he's always wearing his suits. And here we go, he has a v-neck on.
Feed the body, feed the mind.
Is he serving her Beverly?
Suppose I can't blame her for wanting to control how she dies. She cast you as an executioner. She wanted to die.
As a doctor, I had no choice. As a philosopher, I had too many. It wasn't what I could do for Bella, it was what I couldn't do to you, Jack.
Of course. That's what he wants. Who's this, Freddy? Why are you going back to the spot, Freddy? You got a gun, Freddy? What is she after? What's going on? Oh boy. What did you find, girl?
Send someone else, Jack. She's one of yours.
Beverly. The same place he left Marian's arm. So he's doing this to toy with Jack again. I'm not ready to see what he did to Beverly, honestly. Jesus. Wow. Wow. Used her as some kind of anatomy study. He keeps getting away with this, man.
Immediately contacted my office. I was amongst the first on the scene. The victim has been identified as our colleague, Special Agent Beverly Katz.
Will is gonna feel some kind of guilt about this, won't he? Ah, seeing her.
I want to see her.
Does he want to confirm that it was Hannibal? The whole getup.
Leave us alone. Let's go!
Oh, God. Will, you have to tell him. Yeah, Jack is not f***ing around. It's like, how sick can this dude get, man? It's like he didn't even need to do this to her. But like always, he want to get into their head and with them. Oh, he keeps seeing her.
So interpret the evidence.
It would be so beautifully shot if it wasn't so freaking gory, and I hate this.
I know her. I freeze her body.
Oh, God.
Like she would a crime scene. Found is already gone. What did I take from her?
Beverly deserved better, man.
It's the Chesapeake Ripper.
Is Jack even gonna believe him?
Looking for a connection between the copycat and the Ripper.
And she found it.
She found something.
And Hannibal is so crooked too, to f***ing display her in the same place that he left Mariam. The same place he left her arm with the freaking phone on it. And that's why like this motherfucker is just diabolical. It's like last episode he was the one who essentially guided Bella to want to take her own life, but then flipped the coin, saved her life, made lunch for Jack, breakfast for Jack the next morning, comforting him, and now freaking toying with him again. It's almost like he's stabbing you with his right hand and freaking comforting and caressing you with his left hand. God, I hate him.
Where were you last night?
With my wife.
Where was Hannibal?
Instead, she went looking for evidence.
God.
Met the Ripper last night, Jack. He had to take his trophies.
Who is he, Will?
He already told you, but you won't believe him.
Beverly made her a connection to the Ripper. You have to make your own, Jack.
Touché. Will, you should tell Jack everything. Cause I get that him telling Jack you make your own connection is to like, yeah, Jack, like you have to find that out on your own. But I also think he's just probably tired of everyone not believing him. Cause he has been telling you, Jack, that like Hannibal is the Ripper.
We can't talk to Abel Gideon about the Chesapeake Ripper. We just think, Frederick, you could be the one who catches him after all.
Play into what he wants. How are they gonna analyze their own colleague, dog?
Beverly isn't your responsibility. You should be allowed to grieve. You shouldn't have to wade through it.
We're not running away from this, Jack. Beverly wouldn't.
What you found in that observatory wasn't all Beverly. They were placed inside her body after she was killed.
Wow.
Against the DNA samples, and they belong to the mural killer. We find her kidneys, and we find her.
He's f***ing eating it. Oh. Man, this dude. I'm just done with Hannibal at this point, man. I'm just done with Hannibal. Cause I feared the same thing would happen to Alana Bloom, actually.
Group therapy with the man who tried to kill me.
No, I'd like to talk to you about the Chesapeake Ripper.
Wait, he didn't die? I thought Will shot him dead when he tried to go for Alana Bloom. Oh, my mistake then. Or did we not know this? Did the show not tell us he was still alive?
What did you offer Frederick to bring me back? I give him a visceral chill in the guts.
He sent me to kill you, Abel.
Am I your evidence? Oh, you're in trouble, Mr. Graham.
Abel, play ball, man. Play ball.
You will have to kill him.
Fair enough.
Become the monster to kill the monster.
What I'm trying to understand is why you would transfer Abel Gideon back to your hospital for the unworried unwell.
Here are we, Dr. Lector, but rather concealing their absence.
Neither of us controls our stories well enough to get anything from exposing the other's misdeeds.
True.
I thought he may be useful in Will Graham's therapy.
You're playing with fire.
You've analyzed my patient. Perhaps you'll allow me to analyze yours.
Oh?
I'd like to interview Abel Gideon.
No one here uses their common sense. Like, why?
I'm Dr. Hannibal Lector. I was Will Graham's psychiatrist.
Well, he's not a very good advertisement for your abilities, Dr. But now I know your name, of course, I'm aware of you by reputation. Chilton both reveres you and resents you.
Obviously, they know he's listening, so makes sense. At first, when he was acting like he didn't know Hannibal, I thought it was him essentially addressing the new or the hidden Hannibal that was always there, not just the doctor. Kind of like, okay, we're meeting face to face for the first time. Although they did when Will met. But that's where my mind was going. But turns out they were just trying to mess with Chilton.
Well, you built up something.
That was rude, Miss Lowndes.
Unfortunately, I did not evolve the ability to feel shame.
You should explore that in therapy.
I saw a psychiatrist once, and it was under false pretenses. I am interviewing Will Graham at his request. Imagine that.
What are you cooking up, Will? Will, what are you thinking of?
It's good to see you again, Will. Let me rephrase that. It is good to see you in here, where you belong.
Thank you for coming.
Are you trying to catch him or contact him?
Both?
Would like to establish a line of communication.
He's always on there.
Exchange for
Exclusive rights to your story.
She's always playing the long game.
You want to talk to your admirer.
You like a book, Mr. Graham?
Very vivid.
I read your title crime interview. You're a very articulate man. People don't understand much about me.
Huh?
You were hiding in the FBI. That's talent.
He's doing the same?
You killed the bailiff during my trial.
I thought it would exonerate you.
Interesting.
Though the bailiff was a bitch to get on that stag's head.
So that was not Hannibal. Shocker. Unironically, like, yeah, shocker.
The judge was somebody else.
Hannibal. Is he trying to let him out? Oh? Actual fanboy. He drank the Kool-Aid.
Imagine if the Hawks started working together.
Wow. I did not see this in the cards.
Why did you want to talk to me?
I need a favor.
Say the word.
Jesus. I got chills, dog.
I want you to kill Hannibal Lector.
Oh, way too much going on. So why is Will doing that? Obviously, Will knows that he just gave his admirer a very heavy task. A task that probably can't be completed. Kill Hannibal Lector? Yeah, good luck. So in my mind, I'm thinking right now, why did Will do that? Did Will just do that to take out another horrible killer? Because maybe at this point, Will is above or beyond to the point of, you know, informing the FBI about his admirer. Maybe he just wants Hannibal to take him out. That's where my mind is. And for Will, that's a bit brutal, but it's like, hey, man, take out that hawk using Hannibal. Talk, season 2, man. And Abel Gideon was listening to everything. Seems like. Jesus. The stag. Wow. Is he turning into Hannibal or something?
You gave an interview to Freddie Lowndes. You despise Freddie Lowndes. It just...
Very much so.
What, suspicious?
But there's no solution to grief, Will. It just is.
Yeah.
Beverly died because of me. It's what I had to do.
Interesting. So what I'm thinking is if he actually sent his admirer to Hannibal for the explicit purpose of Hannibal taking him out, if that's what is going on, and in literally the next scene we see him manifesting stag antlers out of him, and now Alana being worried and him saying I did what I had to do, then that's leaning very much so of what we talked about earlier, slowly becoming the monster. And with his response, like, I did what I had to do, it's like, golly. But maybe that's not the case. We'll find out.
But revenge, now that is a trinket he could value.
He thinks he knows who killed Beverly Katz.
He knows.
Trying to give you a chance to save Will from himself.
Tell us.
He is in a biblical place right now, but that rage will pass, and when it does...
Who does he want to kill, Doctor?
You know it. Obviously, the attempt on Hannibal's life will fail horrendously. Is this him? Swimming lessons? This is one of those situations where you go into the men's bathroom and there's like 12 urinals and someone comes to the urinal right next to you. And you're like, boss, what kind of time you on? You know, it's like there were like 5 lanes in this pool, but you chose the one right next to me. Hannibal can smell you from a mile away. Oh, tranquilizer. Is he gonna drown? We still have one more season. Hannibal can't die.
There's nothing in his calendar. What is it you think Will's done? Hold that thought. This is Jack Crawford. Yes.
Just something to add on. Obviously, the reason why I'm leaning towards Will just wanted to take out his admirer, the reason why I'm thinking that is because, like, Will has no desire to necessarily just kill Hannibal. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's more so like multiple people have said over and over that Will just wants to... He's more interested in bringing Hannibal in than his own innocence necessarily. So that's why I'm thinking he's not trying to kill Hannibal, he's trying to expose him. But I could be wrong.
Judas had the decency to hang himself in shame at his...
Wow. Wow.
You're setting a new standard of care?
Wow. Shocking.
Well, Graham is not what you think. He's not a murderer.
He is now, by proxy.
By proxy.
He asked you to do this?
What are friends for? You dilate, that's a yes. No dilation equals no.
Interesting.
Are you the Chesapeake Ripper? How many times have you watched someone cling on to a life that's not really worth living?
Yeah, it's Jack and them that are gonna come save him. Wow, Jack went alone. Well, without backup. Alana is there.
The Chesapeake Ripper. I wonder what they're gonna call me. You know, the Iroquois used to eat their enemies to take their strength.
If you eat me.
Put your hands where I can see them.
She's got a gun! Dad!
Instantly. Man, pop him again, dog. What the f? Christ. I hate this scene so much, man. I hate this scene so much. And the reason why I hate this scene is, like, obviously Hannibal being in this situation, there's no way it doesn't take suspicious eyes off him. especially in Jack's eyes, right? Like, he literally saved his life in this moment. So it's like, and I know the information that he killed the person at the house, like Will Graham's greatest hits, is gonna come out, taking more eyes away from Hannibal. Okay, maybe Will did mean to kill this Jack coming in clutch though. Will is technically still not a murderer. By proxy or not. Just when you thought Hannibal couldn't get, they just throw in a new player in there. Because I'm sure the show expected us to assume Hannibal did both murders from during the trial. And with the way Will suspected him and all that, I'm speechless, y'all. Y'all gonna have to like let me know everything y'all think. I need to rest my brain. Honestly, take a day or two and really ponder this episodes. This last two, especially this one. This one was packed. But thank y'all for watching. This is the first day of 2025. Appreciate y'all. Peace.
A few moments later.
Welcome to another Hannibal reaction. Last time we broke bread, the homie Hannibal was hanging for his dear life, and that was so interesting to me at the time and still now, because like there's really only been 2 times we've seen Hannibal very vulnerable. He's usually the slasher. He's usually not the one darn near at the edge of death, you know, so that was pretty interesting. Of course, Jack saved him, which annoyed the out of me, because now he's just piling on favors with Jack, you know, saving Jack's wife, and now Jack is gonna look at him as this freaking lamb that needed to be saved, you know. But we did see them throwing hands in episode 1, so one way or the other, it will come out. RIP to Beverly, RIP to everyone Hannibal has taken to death's door. Let's check out this episode. Thank you all for watching.
To save Will from himself.
Who does he want to kill?
Alana. And now Hannibal knows that Will essentially put a hit on him. You know what I'm saying? More musical instruments. Have your injuries healed, you nasty bastard? I guess now he knows how Will really feels about him.
Carrying your concentration like a brimming cup.
Hannibal Lector was almost murdered. By an employee of this hospital.
He didn't kill the judge. That was the Chesapeake Ripper.
You know this. It just happened.
Jack ain't buying that.
The happy anticipation of being able to feel contempt.
You feel contempt for Hannibal.
Well, I have contempt for the Ripper. I have contempt for what he does.
What does he do?
What does he do? The Ripper kills in sounders of 3 or 4 in quick order.
Do tell.
If the Ripper's killing, you can bet Hannibal Lecter's planning a dinner party. You and I probably sipped wine while swallowing the people to whom we were trying to...
Tell him. Tell him, Jack. Tell him, Will. Because, yeah, when Will made that realization by himself, I think last episode, he remembered all the times Hannibal had brought him food, starting from the freaking omelets and sausage he brought him in episode 2. So I'm glad he's telling this to Jack now. And Jack, you've been enjoying meals at his house, like, constantly.
Who does he have to kill before you open your eyes?
A lot, yo.
Doubt. Yet such a potent symbol of life.
All of them skewered.
I just want to say I hated that transition. I hated that transition. Like the moment he said, who does he have to kill for you to open your eyes, Jack? And it switched to Alana. RIP Beverly, man, you will be missed. But I thought the first person in their circle that would die was Alana. I honestly thought so. But it made sense that he went, well, Beverly came to him. But it made sense that it was Beverly because she was getting too close, you know. Same with Miriam.
I'm always assessing my feelings instead of acting on them.
It's the safest course.
You have to find a way to deal with what happened to you.
His therapist ran away.
Realizing the experience by composing a new piece of music.
And do you know what to do?
I need to get my appetite back.
We know what that means. Everything he says always has double meaning. So beautiful flowers in the middle of the parking lot. I thought that was just in his mind.
What do we got?
He's literally grafted in place. These are living roots. Got varicose vines.
Everything but the lungs.
Time that he devotes to his work, he really takes pride. For the heart, chain of white oleander for the intestines, ragwort for the liver.
I've convinced myself of something I refused to see for a long time. I can't help Will. I can't trust him.
Does he believe that? Or he's just talking?
He's in a dark place where the shadows move and it's not safe to stand with him anymore.
The nerve on this motherfucker, man. The nerve on him. Wasn't he the one telling his doctor friend that I want to push Will? And the doctor said, when will you put out the fire? And he's like, I'll put out the fire when it's required. So the nerve of him saying, I can't help him, he's too far gone. Why am I even tripping? This is the same dude that would do the most heinous shit and in closed doors be crying about missing his friend or some.
I can't dwell on death anymore. I don't blame you.
Ah la la.
Transform our misfortunes into life.
Now in my head, I mean, I have loved Jack for most of season 2. But now in my head, I'm like, where's that pushy Jack from season 1? That pushed Will every single time. Will told you he couldn't do this anymore. Every time Alana told you he couldn't do this anymore. Where's that Jack now? But then again, that would be me trying to regress his character growth, because I believe he's learned his lesson. But since Hannibal is the person in question, damn, go see that tree. That's if you weren't the one who put the tree up there. Again, the editing is it's so amazing. The transitions, like after this man says he wants to like capture his appetite again, we see him transition to the parking lot, and we see him take all the parts, which is funny, except was it the lungs or the kidney? Except the lungs, which was what was swapped out from Beverly's body, but hers was swapped out with one of the previous victims. But yeah, where's that Jack? Now you're all understanding and shit. Boy, please.
I'm going to start by hosting a dinner party.
Ding, ding, ding.
Come. I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, Jack is not stupid. He peep game.
Can't get me in here.
Here is exactly where I'll get you, Abel. He's the devil. Remember? Smoke.
He's the devil. You guys have been saying.
I'll tell Jack Crawford everything if you tell me why Hannibal did it.
And I hate that it's always such a simple answer with Hannibal. Because the motherfucker was bored. He just wanted to see. How did Heath Ledger's Joker put it? No, not Joker. Alfred. It's like some men just want to watch the world burn. They don't have any motives or any grand. Nah, they just want to see. It's like your cat. When your cat is just looking at something fragile and just like, they just want to knock it off the counter. Just to see what happens when it smashes and breaks. Then they run away and give you the innocent face.
If he was the Chesapeake Ripper, and he avoided the question and suggested I kill Alana Bloom.
Tell me that's Jack. There you go.
Abel Gideon is a lunatic.
He is psychotic, not psychic. Is that he was in Hannibal Lecter's home.
Amen. You're using your brain.
Given him the details.
No such details were given. I am aware.
And he's still dining with him.
Trouble digesting animal proteins, as the last meals I have shared with Hannibal Lector have all been salads.
You believe it?
Hannibal once served me tongue and then made a joke about eating mine. It would be narrow to not at least consider it.
I'm glad he's not fucking stupid and oblivious. I'm glad he's not. Because him too, he's putting two and two together. Because I was wondering, dog, you're still hanging out with Hannibal day in and day out. Frederick. I mean, he darn near accused Hannibal last episode as well, right? Like face to face? Not accused, more like, you know, you watched it.
Doesn't mean he is not right.
Talk to him.
The Chesapeake Ripper is killing again.
Jackie fits the profile.
Very much so.
Cannibalism is an act of dominance.
I like him now, dog. Come on. I like him a lot now. Before him. Now? Yes. Use your brain. Yeah. Keep it moving, Mr. Hanny. The flowers.
Was an important nesting habitat for endangered songbirds. Brown, lungs filled with aspirated water. He was standing with water up to his thighs for 48 to 72 hours before he died. No two water sources have the same diatom population.
Water in the lungs gives us location of death. Show me.
He said, she said. He said, she said, she said. It's just maddening.
In my experience, that means a lot of people are lying about a lot of different things.
He's manipulating. He's playing a game and he's not scared. Not anymore.
Yeah.
That's what's making him dangerous.
Because his back is against the wall. Wow. This man is morphing into Deer Man.
Hello, Dr. Lecter.
The meeting.
I feel like I've been watching our friendship on a split screen.
Oh, brother.
The friendship I perceived on one side and the truth on the other.
You don't have a gauge for reality that works well enough to know if I've been lying.
I'd applaud your effort.
Oh, I'm no more guilty of what you've accused me of than you are of what I've accused you of.
Facts.
I don't expect you to feel self-loathing or regret or shame. You knew what you were doing. I wonder how many more people are going to get hurt by what you do.
That's a threat.
I'll give Alana Bloom your best.
That was a f***ing threat. Remind me not to make business cards. Wow, Wagyu beef. Come on, and his dinner's flower themed? So on the nose. If I'm Jack, during that dinner, I am putting some of that meat in my pocket and taking it to the lab. Obviously, they can easily tell it's not beef. This man threatened Alana, dog. Says, I'll give her your best.
All the coiled resentment in this place. It's gotta be bad for the digestion. You know that poor nurse, Shell, that I murdered? I asked her if she had eyes for me. She said no. So, I had to take them.
God. Is he trying to provoke them? Ooh. He's gonna find a way to escape. Why else is he antagonizing them? Okay. Damn. Was that part of his plan? Is this his dinner party? I'm wondering if it's my monitor, but let me know if you guys can see like ripples throughout this episode. Maybe my monitor is getting faulty, but I can see like ripples, almost like you're looking at the show through water. Or is are my eyes getting f***ed up? Maybe Hannibal is aware that they're onto him. And maybe this will be actual animals.
The fact that he lied to you makes me even more certain he was telling Will Graham the truth.
Why did you come here tonight if you're so convinced?
He probably already does.
I don't want to be perceived as a threat.
If you were, he probably already knows.
With your permission, of course, Dr. Lecter.
Hello, Jack.
Hello, Alana. I do have your permission, Dr. Lecter.
Help yourself. Eat it soon or it'll spoil.
That was antsy for about 2 seconds. Alana, look at his body language too. Chilton, relax. I think it's gonna be regular food. Hannibal is too smart.
If only every problem could be solved with a simple walk. Pointing fingers in the dark. I can't forgive Will for what he did to you. I just want to walk away from all of it.
What does walking away leave us?
Each other.
No. 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 They took sleeping with the devil to another whole level. I didn't even know he was interested in relationships. You know, because it was never hinted or brought up. I mean, not just relationships, even like sexual relationships too. Like, I didn't even know that's something he was interested in at all. No, Alana. I did not like that. Not just because of her safety, but also because he's a f***ing snake. He's worse than a snake. And before they even gave each other the me eyes, in my high head, I was just thinking, wow, that like Hannibal would be such a good friend if he was normal. Like if he wasn't a cannibal, like whatever terminology you can use on him, negative. If he wasn't all that, he can be such a empowering, such a comforting friend, perfect shoulder to cry on, you know, the friend you go to for advice, the friend you always want to be around. Like he'll be perfect for all that. If he wasn't all that. He did tell Will, I'll pay your respects to Alana Bloom. What is he trying to do? Is that him? Is this the end for Gideon? Wow. So that is the end. Ooh.
With the heart monitor on the guard, so no one knew.
There is no way Gideon could have done any of this with the injuries he had.
Why did he wipe Alana's drink? Her glass.
You're awake.
He'd been awake.
Yes. There is.
You're the only one letting him go. Hannibal? No.
We have a lot of reasons to do this. Not just funeral reasons.
He got her.
Last time someone rang my doorbell this early, it was a census taker.
This would be a sweet moment again. If it wasn't f***ing Hannibal.
Jack? Hannibal? We need to talk.
Oh?
A stairwell last night. He was hospitalized. The security guard standing watch has been killed in what appears to be another Chesapeake Ripper murder. All night.
Yes.
He's gonna point
yourself that can verify that.
I can. I was with Hannibal all night, Jack.
I mean, it didn't take long for us to figure out why he just twists everything in his favor so well, so effortlessly. And now, of course, Alana is siding with him because, I mean, she has no reason not to. And obviously, she was passed out. Do you guys know the meme of like, why does he keep getting away with this?
You can't keep getting away with it!
That's what my heart is screaming right now. And of course it makes sense because whatever vulnerability Alana is feeling at the loss of Will. He beautifully played into that, you know? Beautifully. God, the moment of realization for Alana is going to be crazy because she does not suspect him one bit. And with Will also coming for Hannibal's life, it's almost like the more she distrusts Will or condemn him from his actions, the more appealing Hannibal was to her. Jack saved his life last episode. He feels like such a victim in this moment as a result of Will, a man she loved. So f***ing frustrating, man. I could scream. Is that Gideon? Wow, in clay.
Can you cut marrow bone?
Not Gideon.
I love cooking with clay.
Hmm.
Creates a more succulent dish and adds a little theatricality to dinner.
Hmm. Dust to dust.
Your legs are no good to you anymore.
Oh! Oh! It's him! Oh! Look at me saying it's not Gideon. Oh! You're gonna feed him to him?
Your legs are no good to you anymore. You've got a T4 fracture of the vertebra. This is a far more practical use for those limbs.
A damn slippery life.
You were determined to know the Chesapeake River, Dr. Gideon.
Now you do.
How does one politely refuse a dish in circumstances such as these?
One doesn't.
He's gonna eat it. I feel like throwing up.
My compliments to the chef.
Pig, cow. Not just cow. Wagyu beef. There's about $100 worth right there. Who Graham allegedly did.
Allegedly, I like that.
All victims of the Chesapeake River. These 4 lures are almost identical to what we found in Will's house, made with material from the exact Georgia mansion.
Come on, Jack. It's all there.
A tree almost non-existent on the East Coast, but this bark was peeled recently. There's a small stand at Madrona Bark in Virginia.
Inside your diatom search area?
Yep.
Connected to Tree Man? Was this a mistake by Hannibal, or... Because obviously he knows they're gonna analyze everything left on the crime scene. My guy, why are you here alone? What are you gonna find, man? Jack, why are you here alone again? Oh, that must have been where he drowned him. God, don't find Alana in there, man. Who's that?
Miriam.
Miriam is alive. Miriam is alive. Yep, he's just fucking with Jack. Cause obviously he left that there knowing that they'll find him. Knowing that they'll find this place. Cause he's worked with them, he knows how good they are. Okay, cause now it got me thinking, is Abigail also alive? Jesus Christ, how many years has Miriam been living there? I'm having such a moment right now because I'm thinking in my head, have I watched a TV show or something where I've like legitimately like hated a character? Like actual hate. Like to the point where like I'm feeling something in my chest of like a severe feeling of dislike. I'm usually a chill person, like not too excited, not too down, but it's like there's a certain level of like darkness I feel towards Hannibal, and I don't like it too much. But at the end of the day, it's like I know how to kind of like regulate myself and give all the reminders that this is just fictional and whatnot. But like the amount of work he puts into fucking with someone psychologically and the real world effect that has on the people. Miriam's been in that hole for years. When he first looked inside and saw a girl or a lady, I thought, God, Abigail. Hannibal, man, I do not like this guy. Getting in bed with Alana too, like, oh, God. Again, why did he clean her lipstick or whatever from her glass. What did that mean? Like, is he saving that to do something with it, or my heart is pacing, bro. I feel so many things towards this guy. It's actually fascinating what I'm feeling right now, because I don't usually get like this. There's no character in this show that he's not with simultaneously. Jack, Alana, Beverly, everybody in the forensic, Will, his friends, the doctors, his therapist, everybody. Wow. All right. I will see you all in the next episode. I need to go play a couple of games of Marvel Rivals right now to chill out before I hop on episode 7. Because this is... See y'all later.